Emma Stone has just been kidnapped in Yorgos Lanthimos' new film Bugonia.
Can we have a dialogue, please?
Her kidnappers think she's an alien and have shaved her head.
Where's my hair?
So how does she react to this? She narrows her eyes and calmly asks why.
Why have you shaved off my hair?
To prevent you from contacting your ship.
This subdued low-key reaction can tell us a lot about Yorgos Lanthimos as a filmmaker.
My ship?
Because while his characters are often put into absurd situations and even more absurd worlds, they never seem particularly fazed by what's going on.
Okay.
And that's what we're going to talk about today. Once we understand why his characters react this way, we can gain a better understanding of what makes a Yorgos Lanthimos film feel like a Yorgos Lanthimos film. A good place to start is with The Favourite, a film that was nominated for 10 Oscars and put his name on the map.
And the Oscar goes to?
It looks historically accurate and sounds historically accurate.
It's good to see you home and looking so well, Lady Marlborough.
But then we get a scene like this, or like this.
I forgot my glasses.
And we realise it's really more of an absurdist comedy, just pretending to be a historically accurate period piece.
A monster for the children to play with, perhaps.
Most period films, people talk in a certain way or move in a certain way.
I have loved you ever since I've known you, Joe. I couldn't help it.
I want to find a physicality that is unique to this film.
How dare you touch the queen like that?
People should dance specifically in a certain way.
Going into the movie, Yorgos Lanthimos knew he wanted his film to stand apart from other period films. And he did this by highlighting the absurdity of 18th century English court. The wigs are huge, the gestures exaggerated, and the dialogue delivered with a kind of tongue-in-cheek acknowledgement of its ridiculousness.
Keep him away from me, or I will pull his liver out and eat it with a cornichon. Oh, charming.
The narrative is about plotting and scheming against the queen and her court. It could be quite a played-out subject matter, but the way this narrative is constructed is wholly unique. What other period films have lines like this?
I like it when she puts her tongue inside me.
You see, the characters are completely immersed in this world. To them, this is just a normal way to dance. And the queen having a full-blown tantrum is nothing out of the ordinary, so it doesn't faze them.
Leave!
In doing this, it makes the quirks of the setting all the more apparent. We expect the characters to have some kind of reaction, but they don't, drawing attention to the difference between our society and theirs, and making the setting seem all the more absurd. And once you look at the reviews, interviews and analysis for his films, this becomes clear. One of the most common words that crops up is absurd.
The absurdity?
The absurdity of...
But there's a lot of material to look at. After half an hour of research, I tend to have about 30 tabs open. It's hard to manage. And that's why I've started using today's sponsor, Opera Browser. With Opera's integrated tool Aria, I can easily organise my research. I just press Ctrl/ or Command/ and Aria's command line pops up. Aria can answer questions, generate or recognise images, and even group my research tabs. Look at this, group my tabs into articles and video interviews. And just like that, Opera's tab islands are formed. Videos here, articles there. I can also create tab islands manually by dragging one tab over another, and even expand or collapse them to stay organised and save space. When I'm comparing two articles or watching a behind the scenes clip, I can use split screen. Simply drag one tab beside another, now both pages stay open side by side without jumping between multiple browser windows. If I ever lose track of which source I opened last, tab traces quietly mark the most recent ones with these lines. A small detail but surprisingly helpful when juggling multiple tabs. The darker the underscore, the more recently I visited it. Opera is the browser that makes working on videos like this feel composed. You can download it for free using the link in the description and the pinned comment. It makes me stay calm during the research process, just like Emma Stone in this scene from Bugonia.
What ship?
Your mothership?
Her lack of reaction makes this setup seem all the more absurd to us.
Fucking shibboleths.
She just stays calm and corrects her kidnapper's vocabulary.
You mean shibboleths?
Yorgos is constantly making unexpected filmmaking decisions that act as a curveball, putting us off balance and highlighting the absurdity of the worlds he creates.
Oh.
But what exactly are these decisions? Here's a couple things I've noticed. Number 1, the use of extreme wide-angle lenses. This has gradually increased as his career has gone on, occasionally using them in The Lobster and The Killing of a Sacred Deer, relying on them a lot in The Favourite, and then fully leaning into this look in Poor Things, with the background swirling around the subject, and even going full fisheye in some cases. Number 2, the way his characters speak.
The last thing I want right now is a kiss from a silly little girl.
It's very deadpan,
Your mother works very hard. That's why we said it would be nice to help out all that we can.
with prolonged gaps between phrases.
One more favor to ask.
Sure, what is it?
Even lines you think should be emotive are still quite downplayed. No one has much of an emotional reaction to anything.
Our 2 children are dying in the other room, but yes, I can make you mashed potatoes tomorrow.
Number 3, sudden violence. The action is typically downplayed, being shot matter of fact and with very muted performances. The tone doesn't really acknowledge the violence, ironically, making it land harder.
I don't think I'll find another as true.
Number 4, spaghetti. He manages to make a simple scene of someone eating spaghetti into one of the most uncomfortable things ever put to screen.
And he sticks it in his mouth.
This only happens once, but it's a great representation of how his characters behave. It's like they've observed human behaviour and trying to replicate it, but they never get it quite right.
I brought you some little gifts.
That's very kind of you.
And despite his films having different settings and thematic interests, these factors are constant throughout, providing an anchor to whatever topic he tackles.
Mrs. Meg says you are to scrub the floor.
And I think a good way to put this into perspective is by comparing him to another director who's almost a mirror image, Wes Anderson. The most obvious similarity is a line delivery.
It's quite a thing winning the loyalty of a woman like that for 19 consecutive seasons.
It's monotone and matter of fact. It puts a lot of emotional distance between us and the characters.
My mother was left on her own when my father fell in love with a woman who was better at math than she was.
But there's also the aesthetic. I think we all know what a Wes Anderson movie looks like.
May I offer any of you inmates a plate of mush?
But with the subtle zooms and wide angles, Yorgos has his own signature look too. He likes to shoot at a distance, with the camera at a slight angle. The characters are looking off screen or being followed down a corridor. There's an observational quality to his cinematography which puts us even more at a distance.
Let me try it. It's really delicious.
With this strong aesthetic and unique dialogue, both directors have a sense of precision to their work. The way they construct their film seems almost purposefully deliberate. It's like they want us to watch their stories from a distance rather than get fully immersed.
Now, who would like to reconstruct the organs?
The films make a point to remind us that they don't exist in the real world, like the exaggerated architecture in Poor Things, or the weird honesty of the characters in Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Our daughter started menstruating last week.
Great.
Their worlds feel artificial and designed, not attempting to mirror reality, but instead inviting us into carefully constructed universes with their own internal logic.
I slipped.
For Wes, part of this is the way he frames a narrative. The Grand Budapest Hotel is framed as a novel being read by a young woman. Asteroid City is a TV show about a playwright and his last play. There's 3 levels to it.
Am I not in this?
But for Yorgos, this artifice comes from the incessant rules that govern his world.
C'est formidable at the end. House rules.
In The Favourite, the conventions and traditions of the court inform almost every aspect of the story.
May I broach the matter of Lady Marlborough?
No, you may not.
In Poor Things, Bella has to learn the rules and social norms of her society.
You cannot speak like this.
Polite of society.
The entire premise of Killing of a Sacred Deer revolves around a kind of divine ruling of retribution.
Just like you killed a member of my family, now you gotta kill a member of your family to balance things out, understand?
And we can even see remnants of it in Bugonia.
The 5:30 thing.
Dedicating an entire scene to how Emma Stone has changed the rules and now lets her employees leave at 5:30.
Of course, it's not compulsory.
But the film with the most important rules is The Lobster, which is set in a world where if you're single for too long, you're transformed into an animal of your choice.
And the dog?
My brother, he was here a couple of years ago, but he didn't make it.
This is David, and he is single.
Now, have you thought of what animal you'd like to be if you end up alone?
To us, this is a very strange situation, but David isn't fazed by the absurdity of it. He simply gives an answer that to him seems perfectly rational.
Yes, a lobster, because lobsters live for over 100 years.
But there's other strange rules to this world too. Masturbation is banned, but sexual stimulation by the maid is mandatory.
Today you became erect quicker than on other days.
Compatibility is determined by superficial similarities, so Ben Whishaw gives himself a nosebleed in order to fall in love with a girl who gets nosebleeds.
I think your nose is bleeding.
Really? This happens to me all the time.
Just like The Favourite, these rules are so ingrained in this society that no one questions them.
I apologise for the interruption, Your Majesty. The floor is yours, of course.
The Lobster just looks more like our own world, so we find these rules stranger.
I killed your brother. I left him to die very slowly.
And this fascination with weird rules has become one of Yorgos' principal interests. Each story in Kinds of Kindness revolves around rigid systems the characters must obey, like people's sweat determining their worth.
Omi was right. Susan is not contaminated.
And we can see these same systems in this.
Okay. The following is needed.
An advert he did for Prada.
Morning breeze, not after 12 noon, not before 5 a.m.
It's 2 minutes of Scarlett Johansson telling us these strange rules with basically no context.
Barking of a medium-sized dog.
Again, like David, this is completely normal. It's not questioned at all.
That's it. It's simple and beautiful. It's easy.
At the end of the advert, she delivers these things into a kind of Kubrickian sphere. And out comes another Scarlett Johansson. What is this about? I don't know. And for a 2-minute advert, it doesn't really need to be explained. But it speaks to a higher power. The things this sphere requires are beyond our comprehension. We just have to accept that this is what it needs.
A nylon guitar string, number 6, tied in 2 knots.
And this is the same for all of his films. There's typically a kind of passive resignation to the rules of his societies.
I'm very happy because we have a new couple. They met just 2 days ago, but they're very much in love and perfectly suited. They both have the same problem with their noses.
In one of his earliest Greek films, Dogtooth, a father raises a family in an entirely controlled environment. The kids can't leave, and words are redefined. To us, this is strange, but to them, it's perfectly normal. In his short film Nimic, a woman copies a man's every move.
Tell her to get out.
Tell him to get out.
It's weird, never explained, but no one has much of a reaction to it.
Tell your
Tell
mother
who the real father is.
Even the kids are pretty indifferent.
How should we know? We're just kids.
To us, strange, but to them, perfectly normal. And this is key to the brand of absurdism that Yorgos explores.
A wolf and a penguin could never live together. That would be absurd.
The definition of absurdism is as follows. The philosophical theory that the universe is irrational and meaningless. It states that trying to find meaning leads people into conflict with a seemingly meaningless world. And this tracks with almost all of his work. The rules he creates are deliberately never explained and therefore to us have no real meaning.
Have you lost your mind?
They're not particularly rational. There's no reason why the woman is mimicking the man.
This is our home.
They're not based on emotion.
I didn't know you were short-sighted.
Real love isn't found on superficial similarities.
I'm short-sighted too.
And there's no real pattern or rationale.
3 drops of blood.
The sphere wants utterly random things.
Drawn at nighttime.
But this never phases the characters. They never try to find any kind of meaning, they just play by the rules.
I think we are a match.
Yes, I think so too.
Even in The Killing of a Sacred Deer, the rules dictate Colin Farrell has to kill a member of his family. And by the end, he doesn't question it.
Do you understand? It's metaphorical.
Absurdism states that trying to find meaning in a meaningless world creates conflict.
You look like a badger.
And almost all of his characters adhere to this principle.
What do you think you look like?
They just accept what they're given.
Badger.
So, when Emma Stone has a calm reaction to being kidnapped,
You shaved off my hair?
Yes, we've shaved off your hair.
it forms part of this absurdist manifesto.
Why have you shaved off my hair?
To prevent you from contacting your ship.
In the Yorgos Lanthimos universe, nothing makes sense, but no one seems to mind.